Ladies and gentlemen, we respectfully ask that you rise to greet the class of 2001 of Westboro High School. We ask that you remain standing for the singing of the Star Spangled Banner by the Westboro High Concert Choir under the direction of Mr. William Papazisis.
Friends, family, faculty, and administration, on behalf of the senior class, I welcome you to the graduation ceremony of the class of 2001. Before I continue with my prepared remarks, I have a few special thank yous. First, I would like to give a very special thank you to my fellow class officers, Joe, Josh, and Jamie. It has been a pleasure to serve with such dedicated individuals. Josh, you have been the voice of reason, and you have always been willing to step to the plate when the help was needed. Jamie, you have always been there for me, whether it was a phone call when I needed someone to talk to, or just your comforting words of assurance. Joseph, you have not only been a pleasant person to work with, but a hard worker who has showed extreme commitment to your class. Thank you. Next, I would like to thank my parents for their constant support, and especially my mom, whose timeless work on the junior prom and senior ball was so appreciated by the entire class. We began our senior year in the midst of extreme change, new construction, and a new principal. Mr. Pierce, you mentioned last night the leadership qualities and high moral fiber of the class of 2001. Our excellent working relationship was very much due to your style and leadership. We thank you for your efforts in making this, our senior year, so successful. We would also like to give a very special thank you to Dr. Fredette and Mr. Walsh for all of their help and guidance. My next thank you has a personal component, but I could not graduate today and not take this opportunity to thank one very special teacher in my life who has truly touched so many senior lives during the last 4 years. Mr. P., thank you from the bottom of my heart for making Westboro a place where music reigns supreme. And last but definitely, yes. And last, but definitely not least, Joe, Josh, Jamie, and I would like to give a very special thank you to our class advisor, Mrs. Sheehan. You have guided us for all 4 years at Westboro High School. You have helped us through our car washes, meetings, dances, proms, and more. You have always been there to advise, encourage, and support us. We thank you for everything, for all the time and effort you have invested in our class, and we would like you to please come up and accept a gift and some flowers on behalf of the class of 2001. After speaking with many past graduates about their graduation experience, specifically, one thing has become clear to me. No one is going to remember anything I say here today. I want to let everyone know that I completely understand this, and I am in no way bitter. It is only natural that everyone be in their own thoughts, especially after a very trying week, preparing ourselves both mentally and physically for this very occasion. The only way for me to evade this would be to do something gimmicky. Now, most of you are probably thinking that so far, this speech is either brilliant or that it is one of the most ridiculous speeches you have ever witnessed. I mean, am I really going to make Survivor the theme of my graduation speech? Well, before I go any further into my speech, I would like to make it clear that to the class of 2001, Survivor is not a theme. It has been our reality. We may not have been marooned off the coast of Malaysia or been stranded in the Australian outback, but in our own way, we have passed the greatest immunity challenge of all. We have survived our senior year at Westboro High School. We, the class of 2001, have endured plaster dust and rooms without windows. Some of us would even go 6 hours without seeing the light of day. Eating bugs and avoiding crocodiles might seem rough, but it pales in comparison to looking forward to your senior year and having all the privileges it affords you to find that maybe, just maybe, there will not be student parking in the fall. Now that is scary. For me personally, the tennis courts, your last year on the tennis team, to find that there are not just courts with damaged asphalt, but there are no courts at all. It was as if they had just disappeared. And while we are on the topic of things disappearing, another class tradition went the way of the tennis courts. For the first time in a long time, a senior class was asked not to celebrate boisterously through the lobby, a long-standing tradition to let the rest of the school know that the senior class had arrived. But as we all know, we did not need to parade around the school to let everyone know who we were. Everyone already knew. So, fellow students, what did this class do? The class of 2001, the first true class of the new millennium. We endured. We faced adversity and created new pathways. Our predecessors will sing our praise for living through the experience so they could reap the benefits. We became creative in our own approaches to solving problems and in facing trying situations. We learned to work together as a class, and we learned to work together with the administration and faculty. We, the class of 2001, understands what it means to be part of a community, and we understand what it means to be leaders. Let me ask one question to the class of 2001. What are we left with as we ponder our WHS experience? Rather than memories of plaster dust, lack of parking, or any inconvenience, we leave with memories of growth, shared unity, and most importantly, each other. We leave with memories of our elegant junior prom, which proved to be a night to remember. We leave with memories of beginning our senior year with a spirited and well-attended tie-dye party. We ended our senior year with a senior ball that glowed not only figuratively, but also literally. These are obviously only some recent highlights of our shared experience. However, beyond the dances and events, our most valued and cherished memories are of each other. Nothing can ever compare to the friendships we have made and the good times we have had together. This is our most cherished memory, and it is a gift we have given each other. Throughout our Westboro High School journey, no one group has contributed and influenced our lives and our education more than each other. We are all individuals coming from different experiences and different backgrounds. We see the world from different angles and perspectives. Our interests and talents are diverse. As the class of 2001, Westboro High School has been the experience that we have all shared, a 4-year journey that will always have a special place in our hearts. In many ways, I am truly saddened today. 9 months ago, it was clear that the class of 2001 was ready to take the reins of seniority. Today, it is clear that the class of 2001 must let go and move on. Where will we go from here? All of us are ready to take on the next big immunity challenge that is just waiting around the corner. Our lives will be full of constant challenge, but I know that our years together have prepared us to meet those challenges. So even though it is more than likely that you will not remember anything I've said here today, I thank you. Thank you for adding so much to my life and contributing to the person who I have become. It has been an honor and privilege to serve as your class president, and I wish you all continued success in your future endeavors. Most things in life have a beginning and an end, but we are lucky. The essence of our Westboro High experience is not one of them, because today we don't graduate from our friends, we don't graduate from our knowledge. We have more than just memories. Wherever life may lead us, we will always be a part of the class of 2001. Thank you.
A little less than 4 years ago, we entered this high school as a group of lowly freshmen to the jeers and screams of an extremely loud senior class, and I was more than a little intimidated, especially when they began throwing oatmeal down on us. And now, 4 years later, I find it truly sad that we're the ones who are graduating, and I'm standing here before all of you today with the honor of delivering a speech that wraps up these last 4 years in approximately 2 minutes. For all of you who are expecting some form of closure, let me ruin my speech by just saying that I'm going to disappoint you, because I still have trouble believing high school is over. Although these last 4 years have been less than magical for me, I'd be willing to slave through another day of school and walk through those underclassmen-infested hallways just to see all of you guys for one last time. I'll be honest with you, high school has not lived up to my expectations. When I came in as a naive freshman, I expected high school to be this miraculous process that would transform me from a mere teenager to a young adult in 4 short years. And now, after those 4 years have come and gone, I still don't feel ready for college. I still haven't discovered myself as an individual, and I still have doubts about my own future. But fortunately, those are all things I can work out in my own time. What I cannot work out are all the friends I'll be leaving behind. I'll spare you the sentimental talk about how our paths will cross again someday, because who am I to predict the future? All I have are memories of the past, and what bittersweet memories they are. Take a moment now to look at the faces of the classmates around you, and embrace the memories. Today is the last time we're gathered as a class. Today may be the last time you see each other's faces again. Is this the end of the class of 2001? Or is this just the beginning? I don't know, but what I do know is that we should end this day, not as individuals, but as a class we still are. Thank you.
As principal, I now have the honor of presenting book awards to members of the senior class who have demonstrated extraordinary achievement in a subject area for the past 4 years. These prestigious awards are coveted and reserved for graduation to reflect the importance they have in our high school. Before we present the awards, however, I think it's fitting for us to pause for just a moment and publicly salute the extraordinary achievements of our high school faculty. The outstanding accomplishments of this great senior class owe so very much to the talents, the skills, and deep commitment of our very fine teachers. I would respectfully request that our faculty rise as the rest of us express our admiration and gratitude for their extraordinary efforts. And now for the awards. For excellence in art, Anthony Weinstock. For excellence in business, Anthony Valletta. For excellence in computer science, Adam Rowell and Owen Kellett. For excellence in English, Brian Higgins. For excellence in family and consumer science, Danielle Lupian. For excellence in French, Timothy Cavaretta. For excellence in German, Jane Kim. For excellence in industrial technology, Jared Lucy. For excellence in mathematics, Owen Kellett. For excellence in music, Brad and Doug Balliette. For excellence in boys' physical education, Anthony Valletta. For excellence in girls' physical education, Jessica Shea. For excellence in science, Zane Tian. For excellence in social studies, Sarah Hudson. For excellence in Spanish, Karen Gladfelter. Thank you.
Do you want me to run? Huh? Okay. In our society, first impressions are very important. When this impression is formed, we're often judged mainly on our appearance. This is the reason why to our college interviews, the guys wore shirts and ties, and the girls wore skirts and blouses. As far as appearances go, I don't look like the caricature of your stereotypical valedictorian. I don't wear thick glasses, I buy my clothes at the mall, I'm a blonde. And let's face it, as a girl, it's more likely that I'll get honked at while walking down the street than have someone look at me and assume I'm intelligent, especially if I'm wearing a skirt. After people get past your appearance, they move on to your actions. We're often judged on actions without consideration of the motives behind them. I don't act like your stereotypical valedictorian. I'm not on the math team, I haven't won the science fair, and I don't even take science this year. Most people assume that valedictorians spend all their time holed up inside studying. I like to get out and experience life. Instead of spending last term studying, I participated in the Quest internship program and became a part of the business world. My internship was a great experience and even resulted in a job offer for the summer. But almost as importantly, during fourth term, it freed up my nights from the burden of homework, so I had time to go out and have fun. Aside from appearance and actions, judgments are made based on age. Growing up, there are certain expectations put on our behavior. In elementary school, we are expected to be loud and obnoxious. All we were supposed to care about was snack and recess. This was before we were believed to have any worries. Even all of our free time was carefully planned by our parents to keep us busy and happy. Then middle school came along. This was considered the tough age. We were supposed to be finding our identities, beginning to think for ourselves, planning our own schedules, and we started having homework. The class of 2001 was rumored to be the bad class of Gibbons Middle School. We were told that we needed to shape up before high school and had several class meetings with a certain vice principal about our behavior. However, once we reached high school, the class of 2001 began to prove ourselves. We came together to raise money in anticipation of future events, especially the prom, and our class spirit began to get us recognized as being the best class of Westboro High School. We even gained a reputation as the most competitive class in the school's history, which is further reinforced by the many excellent colleges to which we've been admitted. At this age, we're expected to concentrate on our schoolwork, participate in extracurricular activities, and even have a part-time job. We also began to plan for the future, whether that involved entering the workforce, joining the military, or going to college. At the same time, adults assumed that because we didn't have to work to support a family, we didn't have any real concerns. Well, memory must be the first thing to go with age, because they've obviously forgotten how stressful high school can be, especially when the time comes to submit college applications. In the future, we will be judged fairly or unfairly on our jobs, our cars, our houses, and our paychecks. And eventually, we will also be judged on the accomplishments of our children. We will be expected to be mature and responsible, provide for our families, and serve as good role models for our children. With all of the different ways of judging others and being judged, it is important to remember that there is more to people than what is contained in mere appearances and actions. So as we burst out of West Bubble and go off in our own separate directions, we should consider what's below the surface and challenge ourselves to reconsider our first impressions of all the people we will meet along the way. I'd like to take this opportunity to thank the people who have seen me for who I am and helped me along my way, especially my parents and the rest of my family, my friends, my teachers, and everyone else. And above all else, good luck to the class of 2001.
Graduates, parents, faculty, and friends. Before I make my remarks, I'd like to recognize certain people here who are very important in the life of the students. As Mr. Pierce had said, one of the things that makes Westboro High such a special place is the faculty that works with the students throughout the year. At this time, I would like to recognize individually faculty members who will be retiring. Beginning with the English department, thank you to Judy Ferrari. In the math department, thank you to Pat Senna. In the social studies department, thank you to John Reno. And not retiring, but moving on to new challenges, our music man, Mr. Papazisis. It was interesting in hearing the remarks of Zach, and I agree with him totally. What this graduation is not about are the speeches of the commencement speakers, because they will be forgotten. What will not be forgotten are the achievement of you graduates and the fine job that you have done. I was particularly impressed to hear the speakers talk about how close you've become, how your friendships have bonded you together, and how you've grown since the 9th grade and become an outstanding class. It's nice to hear about young people caring about each other. As superintendent, what I most remember about this class occurred during the winter ball, the holiday ball. It was in December. And what happened is, we always have the holiday ball in the lobby. But this year, so many students, many of them seniors, wanted to attend that we had to turn down people who wished to buy tickets. Several weeks before the ball, an area businessman, Chris Egan, offered us the corporate facility at EMC. Mr. Pierce and I went down there feeling, well, it probably is a little larger than what we have. Well, it's probably 5 to 6 times as large as we had, and it didn't look like a place you could run an intimate prom. It was huge. It was probably the size of 5 or 6 auditoriums. Mr. Pierce and I said, we don't know how the students would like this, so we asked some of the senior leaders to come down and tell us how this would be for the holiday ball. I was very impressed with their remarks. What they said, it will be wonderful. And the reason it will be wonderful is our whole class will be there and no one will be excluded. Not only the senior class, but all the classes. This concern for each other and respect for the underclassmen really tells the story of the class of 2001 and why we all refer to them as an outstanding class. If I could give this class one bit of advice, it would be strive to make a difference. And I'd like to tell you a brief story about someone who did make a difference. Someone who believed in young people. He was a senator from Massachusetts in 1960, and he was running for president of the United States in what everybody felt would be the closest election, or one of the closest in American history. His name was John Fitzgerald Kennedy, and he had a commitment to young people making a difference. It was in the final 2 weeks of the campaign. The polls had both candidates dead even. John Kennedy was flying towards Michigan. There was going to be a stop at Ann Arbor. It was already past midnight, and his advisors said, you don't really have time to stop at the University of Michigan, because at that time, you had to be 21 to vote, and there were different times. Many of the reporters also cautioned Kennedy, if you think we're going to be out there in the cold at 2 in the morning, forget it. Kennedy says, I had made a promise, and I have based my campaign on youth, vitality, and enthusiasm. I will greet the students. The plane landed, and John Kennedy was driven to Ann Arbor, to the campus of University of Michigan. He put down his prepared speech, and he started talking to the students. There were 10,000 students there at 2 o'clock in the morning. And John Kennedy looked at them and said, I believe in you. I believe you can make a difference. And he looked at the crowd and said, how many of you who plan to become doctors will give your country 2 years to work in Ghana to improve the conditions of life there? And hands went up all through the crowd. John Kennedy was impressed. He then said, how many of you who hope to become engineers or technicians will give up 2 years for your country and serve all over the world in rural villages where there's no running water and there's no electricity? More hands went up. Finally, he said, how many of you would forego more lucrative careers in industry or business in order to become government workers and foreign service workers? Still more hands went up. And John Kennedy said, my promise to you is when I am elected president, I will create the vehicles to make you people not soldiers of war, but soldiers of peace. John F. Kennedy kept that promise to youth. And immediately after being inaugurated to office, formed an organization known as the Peace Corps, whose purpose was to send young people throughout the world to improve conditions throughout the world. It is still in existence today. My advice to this class is strive to make a difference. As I look around this audience, I see people who have made a difference. I see parents who have worked with you to bring you here to be an excellent class. I see faculty, administrators who have made a difference in your life. I see leaders of local government, such as school committee and selectmen, who work after their other jobs to try to build a better Westboro for you people and people throughout the town. I see scoutmasters. I see coaches. I see people who work with young people all the time, and I see members of the clergy. They all make a difference. So my advice to you is, remember that vision of John Fitzgerald Kennedy. It is a vision that makes this country stronger and this world a better place to live. I know you'll make a difference because you've done such a wonderful job at Westboro High School, and we all acknowledge you are the future leaders of tomorrow. Thank you.
Once upon a time, there was a princess. She was very small. Swooping softly and silently, she noticed the stillness of the dark night. She looked around, and far off, there were sparkling glints of light. She followed those bright specks of brilliance and found that they were living creatures, unique and wonderful in the swirling darkness. Compared to them, she felt drab and insignificant. She approached them, searching for their secret. They didn't even see her. Embarrassed and disappointed, she flew away to hide from what she felt she could not be. She flew until she was alone in a moonlit meadow. Above her in the lonely meadow, a full and perfect moon revealed itself to her. The beauty of every twig, which hung from the dusky trees, flooded into the little princess's heart and crowded out all her shame and all her doubt. All the splendor around her was reflected inside her. And brimming over with joy, she turned to the bright glimmers to share this grandeur. They did not understand her revelation, but the little princess was happy. The end. There is no point in dwelling upon what isn't and what is lost. There are times when we all feel bound by our imperfections, but we must look to what's bright and cherish the wonder we find in those moments and look to what we can expect in the future. Only by moving through what is dark can we see what is light. When we step out into the real world, at the close of our graduation, we too will be surrounded by the darkness of the unknown. And there too, there will be lights, and there too, there will be beacons. But there will also be those who wish for you to conform to their ideals and assume the superficial images that they present. But don't fall for that. The most important lesson I've learned is to be who you want to be, to go out at your own pace, and to find your own sense of peace, of calmness, and most hopefully, your own sense of happiness throughout life. Class of 2001, it's been an honor these 4 years to be with you. Best of luck to all. Thank you.
It's my distinct privilege and pleasure to introduce Mrs. Judith Lucas, the chairman of the Westboro School Committee, who will be conferring diplomas and awarding scholarships. Mrs. Lucas?
As chairman of the school committee, it is my honor to congratulate the members of the class of 2001. I share this honor with the other members of the committee, George Thompson, Susan Sari, Kim Scholler, Bruce Tretter, and Zach Siegel. I should also tell you that Zach has represented and served you very well this past year, and we're going to miss him. Thank you, Zach. Yesterday, during rehearsal, I had the opportunity to talk with Dr. Fredette. He told me how the members of this class have been very flexible and cooperative with all of the changes surrounding them on a daily basis. You've become very creative with the boarded up windows, and you've had to live with constant detours, and we thank you for that and for your patience. Dr. Fredette also remarked how considerate and caring you are, whether it was on the athletic fields, in the music productions, or in the classroom. You supported each other and were proud of each other. I am here to tell you this evening that we are also very, very proud of you. This class has set new standards for the others to follow. Your consideration, caring, and loyalty have forged you into a group that is admired by all the other students, your teachers, your parents, and administrators. Your goodwill towards the underclassmen, your ability to treat people with dignity and respect, and your contribution of close to 5,000 hours of community service to the town of Westboro has not gone unnoticed. Thank you for being outstanding representatives of the Westboro Public Schools. At graduation, teachers and parents always feel happiness and a certain sadness. We're happy knowing that you are all going on to greater challenges, but we're going to miss your ideas and your enthusiasm and your laughter. Congratulations on your wonderful achievements. Good luck and God bless you.
While we're setting up, Dr. Fredette and I are going to move through calling the names of all of our diploma recipients. I would ask that as we read the name, everybody will hold your applause, please. When I read a person's name, Dr. Fredette may have scholarships attached to that recipient, and if we applaud, we won't hear them. So if you would, please save your applause for the entire class when we're done. I would appreciate that. We're having technical difficulties. Just one sec. We're going to share a mic. Hang on.
Isn't that nice?
Thank you.
We can start sharing.
Zane Tian.
The Richard X. Gannon Memorial, the Westboro Northborough Chamber of Commerce, the Westboro High School National Honor Society Scholarship.
Sarah Hudson.
The Admiral and Mrs. Lewis E. Denfeld Memorial Scholarship.
Zachary Siegel.
The Westboro Music Parents Association, the Westboro High School Class of 2001 Scholarship.
Joseph Sangenario.
The Westboro High School Class of 2001, the Westboro Amateur Hockey Association, the Westboro Athletic Booster Association Scholarship.
Joshua Zhao.
The Westboro Civic Club Scholarship.
Jamie Rubenstein.
The Westboro Northboro Chamber of Commerce, the Westboro Music Parents Association Scholarship.
Julia Ann Acorn.
The Lieutenant Vincent F. Lee Memorial Scholarship.
Sonia Adalaka.
The Westboro Rotary Club, and the Dover Instrument Corporation Scholarship.
Arshia Ahoya.
Westboro High School Aronson Memorial Scholarship.
Michael Eric Albert. Walter Winfield Aldrich IV.
The Westboro Athletic Booster Association Scholarship.
Lindsay Michelle Allen.
The Westboro Civic Club Scholarship.
Christopher Robert Alves.
The Westboro Athletic Booster Association Scholarship.
Joanne Stephanie Amico.
Westboro Professional Firefighters Association Scholarship.
Christine Michelle Ansel. Anthony Anderson. Jonathan Seth Anderson. Maria Yahan Ansari. Michael Joseph Antonio.
The Knights of Columbus Joseph P. Antonio Memorial, Westboro Teachers Association Earl T. Baker Memorial, and the Westboro Rotary Club Scholarship.
Stephen D. Arnold. Kristen Leah Baker.
The John Paul Brennan Memorial and Westboro High School Scholarship.
Bradley Robert Balliet.
The Westboro Northboro Chamber of Commerce and the Westboro Music Parents Association Scholarship.
Douglas Adam Balliet.
The Westboro Northboro Chamber of Commerce and the Westboro Music Parents Association Scholarship.
John Casey Banks.
The Westboro Athletic Booster Association Scholarship.
Andrew Paul Bain.
The Westboro High School Center Stage and the Westboro Music Parents Association Scholarship.
Pamela Marie Berkeley.
The Knights of Columbus George P. Kane Memorial Scholarship.
Lynn Marie Bilodeau. Meredith Shea Bixby. Elliot Bowden. Michael Bernkov. Lindsay Ann Burke. Adam Christian Burnett.
The Westboro Music Parents Association and the Rick Vigno Memorial Scholarship.
Natasha Lee Butland. Megan Elizabeth Byrne.
The J. Louis Zaretti Jr. Memorial, Westboro Rotary Club, and Westboro Music Parents Association Scholarship.
Timothy James Cavaretta.
Leonard M. Kroll Trust, Petter Smith Memorial, and Westboro Rotary Club Scholarship.
Carlos Alberto Chacon.
James Jimmy Hayes Memorial and Leonard M. Kroll Trust Scholarship.
Timothy Roland Charland.
Westboro Northborough Chamber of Commerce Scholarship.
Robert T. Clark. Deborah L. Clement. Nathaniel James Clements. Caitlin Rose Collins.
The George G. Genthner Memorial Scholarship.
Iris Johanna Cortez.
The George G. Genthner Memorial Scholarship.
Kelly Jean Curran.
Ruth E. Simonelli Memorial, Knights of Columbus Chester E. Hallish Jr. Memorial, and the Westboro Athletic Booster Association Scholarship.
Melanie Rosa Daniels.
Paul H. Mason Memorial Scholarship.
Elizabeth Hope Danker.
Nancy Kane Peterson Memorial and Westboro Grange Scholarship.
Catherine Susan Dodd.
The Westboro Athletic Booster Association, the Westboro Newcomers Club, Leonard M. Kroll Trust, and Westboro Rotary Club Scholarship.
Heather Jean Erickson. Melissa Favorito.
The Westboro Athletic Booster Association Scholarship.
Jamie Lynn Fontaine.
The Westboro Garden Club, Westboro High School Center Stage, the Westboro Players Club Scholarship.
Anne Catherine Frappier. Julie Ann Frazier.
The Westboro Rotary Club Scholarship.
Lee Aaron Frederick.
The Westboro Athletic Booster Association Scholarship.
Nicole Beth Gardner.
Diane Elizabeth Bade Memorial Scholarship.
Chris Daniel Genelati.
The Peg Orff Memorial Scholarship.
Stephanie Jean Gergley.
Jeanette R. Pirro Memorial, Diane R. and Thomas J. McGinn Jr. Scholarship.
Jessica D. Glazier. Karen Elizabeth Gladfelter.
Mary Edith Wheaton Smith, Westboro Newcomers Club Scholarship.
Laura Jean Goldberg.
The Sarah W. Gibbons Memorial and the Westboro High School Center Stage Scholarship.
Benjamin Charles Goldman.
Westboro Music Parents Association Scholarship.
Michelle Hannah Goldabrico.
George G. Gentner Memorial Scholarship.
Pamela Goodall.
Westboro High School National Honor Society Scholarship.
Kristen Amy Green. David Allen Grandman. Jackie Lind Giemond.
The Marion and Daniel Kelleher Family Trust Scholarship.
James Palmer Halleck.
The Westboro Teachers Association Winifred Innes Memorial, Leonard M. Krull Trust, and the Westboro Music Parents Association Scholarship.
Shauna Michelle Hamilton. Todd Matthew Harris.
Westboro Athletic Booster Association Scholarship.
Jonathan David Hart.
The Westboro Music Parents Association and the George G. Gentner Memorial Scholarship.
Megan Elizabeth Hewins.
The Dave Young Memorial Scholarship.
Brian James Higgins.
Westboro Players Club, Knights of Columbus William R. Cove Memorial, Roland H. O'Brien Memorial, and the Westboro Music Parents Association Scholarships.
Courtney Jones Hillier.
Sandra Walden Fenton Memorial, Lieutenant Richard H. Brady Memorial, Westboro Northboro Chamber of Commerce, and the Westboro Rotary Club Scholarships.
Ryan Matthew Ford. John Michael Hudnall. Jason Thomas Ilsley. Eleni Iododisi. David Barry Janot.
The Westboro Athletic Booster Association Scholarship.
Christopher William Johnson. Kevin Scott Johnson. Nikhil Kelgati.
The Westboro Northboro Chamber of Commerce Scholarship.
Owen Francis Kellett.
The Dover Instrument Corporation Scholarship.
Shannon Louise Kelly.
The Westboro Women's Club Scholarship.
Timothy Leith Kelly.
The George G. Gentner Memorial Scholarship.
Jane Hyan Kim.
The Westboro Music Parents Association Scholarship.
Gabriel Ephraim. Gabriel Ephraim Kotler.
The Westboro Athletic Booster Association Scholarship.
Catherine Ann Kung.
The Dover Instrument Corporation and the Westboro Democratic Town Committee in memory of Chester E. Hallis Jr. Scholarship.
Rachel Catherine Lamoth.
The Honolulu Restaurant Scholarship and the George G. Gentner Memorial Scholarship.
Jason Andrew Lovejoy. Jared Francis Lucy. Danielle Marie Lynn Lupian. Michelle Ann Maxian.
The Thomas J. and Christine M. Merchant Memorial and Westboro Music Parents Association Scholarship.
Jennifer Lynn Mancuso.
Westboro District Nurses Association, Westboro Women's Club Evangeline Dreyer Memorial, Westboro Rotary Club, and the Westboro Grange Scholarship.
Andrew Irving March.
Florence Wortman Earl T. Baker Memorial, Westboro High School National Honor Society, Westboro High School Student Council Scholarships.
Aislinn Elizabeth Martin.
The William S. Harris Memorial and the Westboro Rotary Club Scholarships.
Michael Robert Macia.
The George G. Gentner Memorial Scholarship.
Jonathan Sleeth McBride.
Ruth Wadley Memorial Scholarship.
Corey Wendell McDowell. Andrew John Migliozzi. Kelly Lamsa Mitchell.
The John L. Brigham Memorial Scholarship.
Sarah Thompson Mitchell. Michael Walter Morsone.
The Westboro Athletic Booster Association Scholarship.
Glenn Davis Morgan.
The Westboro Athletic Booster Association Scholarship.
Jillian Marie Nanoff.
Norman C. Beansy White Memorial Scholarship.
Julie Suzanne Noble. Skipper Addison North. Rachel Emily Norse.
The Westboro Northboro Chamber of Commerce Scholarship.
Alexandra Elizabeth Nunes.
Ben Horgan Memorial Scholarship.
Kaylin Marie O'Neill.
The Knights of Columbus Paul J. O'Neill Memorial Scholarship.
Greta Pence O'Neill. Michaela Alicia Orlando.
The George G. Gentner Memorial Scholarship.
Virginia Camille Orlando. Joshua Daniel Osher.
The Westboro High School National Honor Society Scholarship.
Joseph Michael Pacheco. Michael Richard Paganelli. Michael John Palmieri.
The Westboro Music Parents Association Scholarship.
Joshua Michael Paquette.
The Westboro Athletic Booster Association Scholarship.
Satnam Singh Pahar.
Servetus T. and Jesselyn C. Ashworth Jr. Family Scholarship.
Mary Doris Parker. Brenda V. Patel. Laura Ann Perrin.
The Lieutenant Daniel J. Campion Memorial and the Westboro Professional Firefighters Association Scholarships.
Alex John Petruska III. Monica Mary Pichuk.
The George G. Gentner Memorial Scholarship.
Jamie L. Powers.
The Charlotte Spinney Vision Scholarship.
Evan L. Ray. Farheen Rasa. Mark Moses Reed. Nathaniel B. Reed. Phil Barlow Reese.
The Westboro Music Parents Association and the Westboro High School Scholarship.
Amanda Sawyer Reynolds. Rachel O. Reen.
Dr. James G. and Marie K. Boyd Memorial and William S. Harris Memorial Scholarships.
Andre Combs Ribeiro. Diana Jacqueline Rickoff. Stephen J. G. Riker. Eric Andrew Reinecker.
The George G. Gentner Memorial and the Matthew Pano Memorial Scholarships.
Nicole Kristen Roberge.
The George G. Gentner Memorial Scholarship.
Rebecca Maureen Robinson.
The Westboro Republican Town Committee, William R. Porter Memorial. The Westboro Historical Society, Leonard M. Krull Trust, and the Westboro Rotary Club Scholarships.
Adam Stephen Roybal Rowell.
The Westboro Northboro Chamber of Commerce and the Westboro High School National Honor Society Scholarships.
Eileen Kavanaugh Ryan.
The Westboro Athletic Booster Association Scholarship.
Carolyn Leslie Sakalis. Ani Lisa Solano.
The Westboro Athletic Booster Association Scholarship.
Aaron Marshall Schwam.
Dr. John P. Doherty Jr. Memorial Scholarship.
April Lynn Shaw. Jessica Christine Shea.
The Frank D. Sagro Memorial Scholarship.
Katie Elizabeth Sherman.
The Westboro Athletic Booster Association Scholarship.
Mohammed Anwarden Siddiqui. Eric Ross Siegel.
The Westboro High School National Honor Society and the Westboro Youth Soccer Association Scholarship.
Jenna Lynn Simone.
The Westboro Athletic Booster Association Scholarship.
Sarah Frances Small.
Knights of Columbus John A. Lowe Memorial Scholarship.
Eric Michael Smith. Sylvia Solanacci. Olivia G. Sousa. Megan Leigh Stam.
The Westboro Teachers Association Margaret Gleason Memorial and the Westboro Youth Soccer Association Scholarship.
Matthew Scott Taylor.
The Honolulu Restaurant and the George G. Gentner Memorial Scholarships.
Benjamin Forrest Thayer.
Westboro Northboro Chamber of Commerce, Westboro High School Student Council, and the Westboro Athletic Booster Association Scholarship.
Sean Patrick Thompson.
The George B. Robinson Memorial and the Westboro High School Scholarship.
Emily Margaret Tolman. Matthew Paul Travis.
The Westboro Northboro Chamber of Commerce and the Westboro Athletic Booster Association Scholarships.
Andrew McDonald Trimmer. Andrew Robert Truel.
The George G. Gentner Memorial Scholarship.
Leland Tominski. Dennis Joseph Toomey, Jr.
The Westboro Athletic Booster Association Scholarship.
Anthony Robert Valletta.
The Westboro High School Store Scholarship.
Justin B. Walker.
The Westboro Rotary Club Scholarship.
Jennifer Lynn Ware. Michael Stanford Watson.
The Westboro High School National Honor Society and the George G. Gentner Memorial Scholarships.
Anthony Paul Weinstock.
Dover Instrument Corporation Scholarship.
Zachary Chase Welch.
The Westboro High School National Honor Society and the George G. Gentner Memorial Scholarships.
Eli Charles Wilson.
The AstraZeneca Science Award, Westboro Athletic Booster Association, and the Westboro Grange Scholarships.
Deborah Daisy Wong.
Leonard M. Kroll Trust and Westboro Rotary Club Scholarships.
Nasim Yalpani.
The Westboro Garden Club Scholarship.
Megan Andrea Zanke.
The Dr. John P. Doherty Jr. Memorial Scholarship.
Alyssa A. Zelenko. Julie Marie Clark.
The Westboro High School Student Council and the Lucy Ann Lowe Taylor Memorial Scholarships.
Kenneth Michael Cease.
The Elsie A. Hastings Teaching Scholarship.
So what do you think of that group? Thank you. As we bring closure to this great occasion, I'd like to offer a final fond farewell. To each graduate. As you now go forth to negotiate your own special missions in life, we hope you'll carry the dreams and hopes we have for each one of you. We also hope that you'll recognize the precious gift that your life represents and pledge to use it well. May your promising futures be healthy, happy, and truly rich in meaning and satisfaction. And finally, please remember that long after you may have forgotten us, wherever you are and whatever you do, we will be watching for you in this world. Thank you.